All right, everybody, welcome to Pedro Escudia's graduation call. Pedro is another one of my buddies that I served in the Army with for quite a few years, and he's an absolute unit that saw what I was doing online and decided to reach out and ask about the program. So, welcome, Pedro. How's everything?
Everything's good.
Yeah, everything's going all right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm doing fine.
Awesome. Tell me what made you decide to join the program?
Well, what made me want to join the program was I had a lot of lower back pain, and it was literally again stopping the quality of life that I was having. So I wasn't able to stand up. I wasn't able to walk. If I did walk or stand, it was with assistance, and it wasn't for very long. I couldn't even last like 5 minutes. I couldn't even go walk down the driveway, without seizing up.
Wow. Would you say that that was pretty much what you were struggling with before you decided to join us?
Yes,
Is there anything else
the
you were
back.
struggling with?
Um, Not really. Just that lower back pain. Like I said, it took me out. You know, like my quality of life, like it shot down to I was literally in bed or on the couch, and that was it.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit more about how that affected your quality of life. Just expand on that a little bit.
Yeah. So, the other thing it caused me to do, like like I said, I was either in bed or I was on the couch, and then in order for me to get up and go to work at that time, I would have to flex around. I was taking ibuprofen, just to make it through work, and then come back and just sit on the couch. I wasn't spending really like no time with my son. I wasn't even socializing with anybody. You know, like I couldn't stand, I couldn't sit, I couldn't like even laying down hurt. Like I would lay down for a little bit and I'd try to sit up and then I'd sit up for maybe 20 minutes and then I'd try to lay back down. And at that time, I really wasn't drinking as much. I had already stopped, the alcohol consumption. I'd stopped that, but it it made me like I don't want to say depressed, but it made me like withdraw from everybody.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking to nobody. I wasn't, like like I said, my quality of life went down. Like I was still, functioning like semi-social, like online, but I would not talk to nobody. I would not go to my mom's house, wouldn't go to my grandma's house, wouldn't, like nothing. I'd just be at the
Yeah.
house.
I was going to ask how that affected your mental health, but it sounds like being in pain really had a negative impact on your
Oh
mental
yeah. Yeah, like I said, it was like I withdrew from everybody. Like
health.
it, you know, like I said, online I talked to people, but physically, like nope,
Yeah.
I couldn't stand up, I couldn't sit down. Like I said, I was always irritated because any little movement I do, you can would hurt me. You
I know the
know,
feeling. Especially when you're like younger and you're like, why? This shouldn't be like this. I'm not, 50 years or 60 years old yet. I'm young and I should be better. Um, yeah, I totally understand that. What were some of the things that we implemented within the program?
well, the big thing for me was that what was it the hip stability drills?
The pelvic reset?
Yeah. There we go. The pelvic reset.
Yeah.
That thing, I still do. I do it about once or twice a week
Yeah.
still, and that's the one that actually got my back to kind of loosen up and be able to actually do the workouts.
Yeah. That's like the
Because, oh,
take a golden pill. That
yeah,
exercise is really,
yeah,
really amazing. That actually, I learned that exercise when I was working with the NFL guys and all the other pro guys, because that exercise is really great for strengthening that connection between the upper body to the lower body, right in that lower back where they meet. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's been great for a lot of people. And if the place I was working at, had multi-million dollar athletes doing it for a reason. So I'm happy I learned that. Happy I could share that with you. What were the
Yeah.
results of getting rid of that back pain?
Well, the results, like my quality of life has definitely improved a lot. Like I'm going back to, just hanging out with my son, I'm able to, hang out with him, go pick him up, we go wherever he wants to go. There's no me having to sit down anymore, me having to oh, we can't, we can't go do that because I can't, stand for longer than 20 minutes. Now I'm, whatever he wants to do, I'm able to do it. If he wants to go play miniature golf, he wants to go, to the mall, it's no problem for me. And
So
then
go
the
ahead.
other thing that helped me out a lot too, especially with you know, is before I was irritated. So the quality with my son wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. Like now I'm not irritated,
I love that.
I'm not in pain and I'm enjoying everything.
I love
Yeah.
that. So, couple things real quick. First thing, you said that you couldn't stand for more than 20 minutes at a time.
Mhm.
And now, do you have any issues standing for
Oh
longer
no.
periods, moving around?
No, like I'm perfectly fine now. Like I don't want to say like perfectly fine. I don't do nothing dumb. You don't see me like, wrestling on the ground or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I have no issues standing, I have no issues walking, I have no issues running. I could lift weights now. You know, I could sit, I could lay down if I want to.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't I'm not at the house, just laying down all day, but like I'm able to get up and actually do stuff. And
And the second thing I want to ask to build on top of that was because you were in pain, you were like frustrated and irritated, and that affected your relationships with yourself and your son and even the other people in your life.
yep, it did. Like I said, normally everybody that was not immediate family to me, I kind of cut them out because like
Wow,
I couldn't go hang out with my friends. You know,
wow,
I I, I couldn't go, I couldn't go to the barbecue. I couldn't go, you know, oh yeah, we're going to the park, we're gonna go do this, we're gonna go, shoot some basketball, we're gonna go, whatever it was, I couldn't do it. So I withdrew from my friends, and then like the only people I would see would be my son, you
wow.
know, and it was like I was in so much pain that I wasn't enjoying it, and I could see that he could see that I wasn't enjoying it, and it wasn't good. And then if I would go to my mom's house, it would be like she'd be sitting there, like, oh, trying to help me out, and I felt bad because, like we were talking about earlier, I'm at that time I was 30 something, I shouldn't need my mom's help to stand up.
Right.
I shouldn't need my mom's help you know, to get out of the car.
Yeah.
It it was almost like I don't want to say I was like embarrassed, but it pretty much was that. It was embarrassing. Going to my mom's house and "Hey, help me out of the car."
But
uh,
so, how is that now that your back is feeling fine? Are you spending time
oh
with people? Are you
yeah,
happier?
oh yeah. Like I moved up here to Vegas, so I'm with my son like almost every single day now.
Cool.
So it's like, and like I said, the quality of time that we spend together now is like 100 times better, if not 1,000. Because like I'm not frustrated, I'm not irritated, I'm not in pain. And it's I could focus on him instead of focusing on like the back pain and what I can't do.
Uh,
You know,
how has that affected? Maybe are you like hanging out with your friends again? Are you spending more time with your family? And how has that
um,
affected your mental health? I mean, are you
yeah.
frustrated? Are you like happier now? Are you more positive and stuff like that?
Oh, I'm definitely 10 times, not 10 times. I don't even know how much happier I am now, but I am like
Because you can
I
enjoy your life
I
now. Like you can actually live your
yeah,
life, enjoy your days.
and it feels good because like going from not being able to do it, going from not having an issue to having an issue, and then the issue being gone when I thought that was going to be it for me. And like now I'm just like, I don't want to say like I'm like the super guru, like, and like I think for the day, but oh man, I wake up every day doing something because the time that I couldn't do nothing, that's all I could think about was like, all I want to do is walk to the trash can, and I can't do it. Like now,
How old are you now?
I'm 40. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
40.
40.
So at 30, you were broken and crippled, and now at 40, you're living your life and moving around and spending time with your kid.
Yep.
How long?
Yeah.
How long did it take to basically get you from not being able to move to running around?
So from not being able to move to actually being able to stand up and get everything started, it took me about 2 weeks because that well, I keep calling it the hip mobility drill, but it was that the stability drill.
Yeah, pelvic
You
reset.
can, pelvic reset. There we go. You can. I kept doing that one because that one felt really, really good to me, and I was following the program, and I was moving, but I was still in pain.
Yeah.
You know, and then I want to say after I finished the program, that's when I kind of started feeling a lot better. Like I was able to get up and I was able to do stuff. I had finally stopped the flex row.
Okay.
You know, I was able to get off the the muscle relaxers and all that stuff. And then I want to say maybe about 3 months after I stopped the muscle relaxers. So I was on those for a while.
Yeah.
No, that's when like it just I felt like I woke up one day and I was like 20. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you join the
But I
program. About 2 weeks into the program, you go from not being able to get off the couch to being able to stand up and walk around. And then what, like a month or two after that, you started moving around longer, faster, without rest, and you got off medication.
Yep.
And then by the end of the program, you felt like you're 20 again.
Yeah, so like I said, about 3 months into it, again, I was like, it's like I got up and like nothing hurt, and that like I didn't feel no aches, I didn't feel slow. You know,
Amazing. And
yeah,
no surgeries,
yep, no surgery.
no
Yep,
injections.
yep, yep. No, because that was a big thing because when when I had went in to go get my back checked out, they told me it was arthritis, it was this, it was that, and they at first they wanted to do an exploratory surgery to go. I was like, no, I'm good. You know, and that I almost thought about it because, like I said, I wasn't that much pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you joined us, and your life was totally different. So, building off what you just said, how the doctors wanted to go in and do surgeries, and then you ended up joining the program and go from not being able to get off the couch to standing and walking around to a couple months later, moving, running, jumping, spending time with your kid, getting off medication, avoiding surgeries, so on and so forth. What would you say to somebody who's a little bit iffy about joining the program?
Oh, I would say definitely at least try it. Because how can I put it? Sir, if you need the surgery, by all means get it. But if there's a way around it that you could do without the surgery, I'd say definitely try that route before you go with surgery. Yeah, because like I said that I'm glad I did it because I was able to circumvent all that, surgeries, medications, um, all that.
That's crazy, man,
Yeah,
too, because
yeah.
I mean, you're a combat vet, right? You've been to
Yeah.
Afghanistan, you've been to Iraq, you've done
Uh,
this crazy
Af-
stuff.
Afghanistan twice. Yeah,
Afghanistan twice, never Iraq.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
no, yeah,
Afghanistan twice.
yeah.
As an infantryman,
Uh-huh.
shooting guns, blowing stuff up, getting thrown around, stuff like that.
Yep.
And this is one of the greatest testimonials or stories that I've heard, and this is the reason why I do this because of stories like yours. It's just amazing, and I really appreciate everything that from you, and I appreciate you joining the program, and I think you're an awesome dude, and I just wish the best for you, man.
Thanks, and like I said, I don't know if I told you, but thank you because I seen it on a post and I almost scrolled past it when you had post, does anybody have any issues? I
Yeah,
was like, I'm glad I hit you up. I really have. Like
that's
I stop and think about it because I'm like, because normally I don't respond to anybody's posts. I either give a like or
right.
the thumbs up and then just scroll past.
Yeah,
And I was like, let's see what Craver has.
a shot and see what
Yeah,
happens. I love it,
yeah,
man. That's the reason that I got into this in the first place was because, I mean, my story real quick was I had gone through a lot of depression while I was serving. I was going through a bunch of things, and I turned to fitness to cope. I became super fit, but I never knew how to take care of myself. And so I ended up causing a bunch of dysfunctions and imbalances with myself because I was working out a lot, but I wasn't taking care of myself. And eventually, one day, about 3 months before I got out, I ended up pulling the muscle in my back. And when I got out, I was only 24, and I was like, if I don't figure this out, I'm going to be dead by the time I'm 50. So I went to 4 physical therapists, 3 chiropractors, 2 sports medicine doctors, epidural injection, trigger point injections, acupuncture with stim, and I was getting a bunch of massages and nothing could help me. And then one day the doctor said, we're going to cut and burn the nerve that's feeding those tight muscles. And that's what I was like, nah, I don't think so. And then that's the same time the army was like, hey, it's time to go back to school. So I was like, awesome. I'm going to go to school, become a trainer, learn how to figure this stuff out on my own. And I did. And then that's when I really got frustrated with the medical industry because I was like, you guys are all these professionals, right? These are medical doctors that have gone to school for years and years and years. And I ended up fixing myself with a couple simple exercises. And I know, then I got to really looking at like how much the medical industry is worth and why they push people to take. And now there's a bunch of documentaries of why they're pushing prescriptions and why they're pushing surgeries because they're always getting paid for it. You know what I mean? And so I realized my time working in the industry as a trainer and a massage therapist that I hear all these stories from people of doctors always want to do surgery and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And then that's when I decided to like, I just want to help as many people avoid that as possible because I know that that's not always the answer. And there's a lot more holistic ways to help people get better. And so that's one of the reasons I love doing this. That's why I love your story so much. And I really appreciate it, man.
No, thanks. Like I said, thank you.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you can. If it wasn't for you, man, I would literally, I would probably still be laying down in
Yeah, right,
pain.
right. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
It'd be a lot worse too. And that's the thing
yeah,
is like I tell people that, as you said, you went from not being able to get off the couch to standing up and walking around in 2 weeks. Okay, that's actually amazing considering you've had like 30 years of just crap built up into the body. We were able to reverse that stuff and take it out, and it always takes a little bit of time to get the body better. But then if you don't do anything about it, it's just going to continue to go downwards,
yeah,
right? But you can start taking action now, and you can start going up. And the trajectory might be slower, but it's compounding interest. So it could start slow, but then all of a sudden you're going to start seeing massive increases. But the whole thing is like, do you want to do surgeries? Do you want to live on medications? Do you want to be healthy and independent into old age? Like, how do you want to live your life, and what do you want to go about it? And when I started doing massage, I actually saved 7 people from getting surgeries. They came to me with surgery scheduled, and they ended up canceling their surgeries. And they're so much happier that they did that.
yeah. That's good. That's good.
Awesome, man. Well, I'll see you in the group. Thanks so much for everything, and talk soon, bud.
All right. Yep. Thank you.